But
How's that taste?
But I mean, this was the same, and basically I had to make it with the same ingredients. The point being is trying to show you cost effectiveness.
Huh.
And you would use noodles for my sweet tooth audience members.
Is that the same ingredients that you put in?
It is. It's
In-
probably not the exact same amount.
Ratio.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want me to go ahead and get that one for you?
yeah, yours was good.
Yeah, I mean, and it takes a little adjusting to it. I think at first, when I first started making it, I added a lot more apples, which does make it a lot, like I said, a lot easier. But, so we'll go ahead and move, since you had a sample of those two. We'll try that out. We're gonna go over to the NutriBullet. Actually, would you like to help me with the NutriBullet?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not sure if you've used this.
I know.
Okay, so what you're gonna do, we're gonna use the exact same ingredients. You're gonna take, let's go ahead and put,
A whole lemon.
you really typically, when you start with the, no, you're gonna start to use the whole lemon. When you start with the NutriBullet, you're gonna put your greens in the bottom, and you're gonna have to break them up a little bit more. You're gonna put them to about right here.
For the kale.
Mhm.
Not a whole lot of kale. That one often.
This one I do, it's, I mean, this is probably, and what you do is take that off, or you can just squeeze it. Sometimes if I don't feel like peeling the lemon, I'll just squeeze some of the juice out.
About half.
Yeah, about half of one, because this usually makes about one serving. It can serve about two, but it's usually about one.
And what?
2 apples.
Speaking of y'all. And just a whole apple?
To put that apple in there and put then the second piece in there. You need to, definitely take out the seeds. I don't know if I mentioned that, but
Well, I'll do that.
okay. Seeds contain toxins.
Don't mind me manhandle
Okay.
a little bit.
All right. And then the difference in this one
Put
is
water in it.
you need to put water in it. And the water
Oh.
usually goes to a little bit above the fruit. Okay. Okay. Now twist the lid on. And then you just set it down in there.
Wow.
You'll get the idea. You could have added or not, but
I have a bullet, but mine's not that powerful, I don't believe.
and the great thing about the bullet is it also comes with, so I think this blade is considered the pulverizer. It comes with an extractor, and you can mill like any kind of nut or oat. It turns it
Really?
into meal. So I mean, and a lot of times they suggest like putting a teaspoon of almond meal on top of it with or chia seeds.
On top of the juice?
Well, when you're creating your own, you really can use a variety. This is just, we're kind of just focusing on green juice right now. Yay for my audience members.
Right.
I'm sure I could have used maybe pineapple juice. Okay, and I'll just try this one
Okay.
with you guys. It's gonna be a lot.
You're right.
It's thicker.
Yeah, it is.
It's grainy. It's got a grainy texture.
But I can see that getting the added fiber would be good for you.
And I've noticed it's kind of like that with everything. When I originally purchased it, I thought that it was going to be a lot smoother, and it recommended using a lot of berries. And I've noticed, unfortunately, the blueberries, like certain types of berries, just don't pulverize as much as no. But it's good, and I mean I can see the health. Like I said, the benefit of this is that you get the fiber. You aren't with this, so you would still have to supplement your diet, or like if you're doing, and a lot of people do meal replacements with juice, but they have to.
this.
Do you?
And
Yeah.
what's the price difference between the?
These are pretty equal. Actually, I want to say this one's cheaper. I think this one runs
little bit.
more about 100 probably somewhere between about 90 and 100 is what I've had it for a couple of years. And then this one's about 120 to 150. I'm sure that there's a newer model out there. Breville is known for their juicers, and this is probably considered an older one. So for it to be older, it still works great. Now, you're gonna see the cleanup difference.
Yeah.
The cleanup difference is, and I'm not gonna show you me washing the dishes, but the difference is you would just take this, pour it out, rinse it out, wipe it down, and you're done cleaning this.
It's got several.
This, this is a different story. You have, and I'll show you. And most times, I don't know why I didn't think of it just now.
Put a sack.
Most times, yes, it's recommended that you fold like a Walmart sack and put it over this, and all of that just shoots in it, and it makes the cleanup a lot easier.
Or you can tap it on your compost pile.
Ah, yes, excellent. Yes, you're right.
On your what?
Compost pile.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is kind of the problematic thing, because I don't. So this blade is ultimately what like juices it. And it's so fine. I mean, you have to scrub it really good with a brush. In fact,
Oh.
it comes with a brush that you're supposed to use specifically for it. And so this whole entire cleanup process is about 10 to 15 minutes, like versus pouring the juice out, rinsing it out.
yeah.
So, I mean, you know, you kind of have to like weigh your pros and cons. If you like something a lot smoother and you're really just more into juicing as a lifestyle, I would probably get something like this, because you can really experiment it with it and use a lot different variety, like more variety of stuff. In fact, you saw, we put the whole lemon in there and it just spits out, you know, on this one you're gonna have to like kind of work around. In fact, I've noticed that apples typically don't do very well in this unless you like take the
Skin off.
Yeah, the skin off, which
There
I mean,
again,
kind of
you're
defeats
removing
some of
the-
yeah, it
the
defeats some of
fiber.
purpose. So you'd have to kind of play with it and decide, but we'll go ahead and try a couple of more of these. I think this was both purchased on one of the end caps or produce section at Walmart, and they're running about $2 to $3. They come in so many different flavors. I meant to pick up a different one besides green. But I'm trying to give you an idea that like all. See, I really just don't prefer for that one at all.
Better take that first.
And you can just sip it. I won't waste this one by opening it, but you kind of get the idea that there's a big variety. And when you make it at home, you are kind of capable of in controlling the flavor a little bit more. I mean, like I said, I could have made that and been like, whoa, that's way too tart. I'm gonna add some apples or a little bit of, you know, pineapple juice or whatever, and it'll turn out a little bit better. But you know, you kind of get what you get in those. And for instance, I've made the mistake because they make a variety of green juices, and I think this is one of them. Yeah, it is. I don't like the Kale Blazer, but they make different other kinds with, you know. So, anyways, well, I'm gonna ask you guys to fill out a evaluation form.
Okay.
And do you guys have any questions about juicing that I did not cover?
I don't think so. It's pretty thorough.
Nothing? Okay.
Since
well,
we're new to it, we don't really have we don't even know what to ask.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that if you wanted it a little sweeter, you could use the stevia.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You could use something or like put a little bit of honey in there or, you know,
But I really did like the smooth drink.
yeah, it was good. And I wanted to say that might not be the flavor you prefer, but local juice bars really do serve a variety. And if you're not somebody that enjoys juicing a lot and you just want to kind of pick one up here and there, it could better serve you to.
Are there any fruits they don't really recommend using this, like banana? I know they do a lot of bananas in smoothies, which I guess you could do in your nutrient
Well,
bullet. But you
I'll
could
tell you-
put a banana through this.
Yeah,
juicer?
I mean, you could. I mean, you could. That juicer can pretty much do. I mean, but there are certain
Obviously, you don't.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know what that would offer you, but I would not recommend doing banana
No,
skin.
but I didn't know if it would like clog up the filter.
No,
or
I don't.
something.
I don't think so. I've never had a problem. I want to say I have put some banana in one, but it's been a long time. I know this one, because there is no extraction, that it kind of gets foamy with a banana,
Foamy.
and it starts kind of. If you're looking for a juice, it kind of starts blending more into a smoothie, and you know, it's just like what do you prefer? If
Yeah.
you want something a little more smoothie, like speaking of which, you can always add like yogurt or you know, especially to this one. So,
I like that.
all right, well, that was my
Thank you.
presentation.
I enjoyed it.